Welcome back, everybody, to Avowed. It's Fior Messiverno. So I've talked to most of these people here. I think we're going to be talking to the governor up here and Giatta, one of the leading animancers in the city, giving her a piece of his mind. I think we've explored most of the area, so let's get into this this convo. Oh, let me just make sure. Yeah, I've got the +2 resolve medallion. +2 intellect I could use, but I just don't need it. +2 dex. Yeah, let's just keep the resolve here for this conversation. Okay, so everybody calm down. What's happening here? Governor.
How can you ignore what's right in front of you? The Dream Scourge is here, in the soil, and it's killing us.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Are you a godlike?
Okay, do you have to stop and stare? Like, really, people? Sorry to interrupt, I'm also looking into the Dream Scourge. Damien, at your service. Never mind that. What were you talking about? You must be Giatta.
My reputation precedes me.
You two have that in common.
Maybe you can talk some sense into
Oh, that's
him.
Quilici, okay.
Put the fear of the gods in him.
Tempers are high, but I don't see any assassins. Yet.
Excuse me, but unless you have official business, I'll thank you not to involve yourself in our private discussion.
Silence. You'll know when I'm addressing you. Oh! I could just be an asshole to him here. I'm an Adiran envoy. Is that official enough? Private discussion, you're arguing in the middle of town. Silence. You'll know when I'm addressing you. Wow. That is... Why is that tied to Court Augur? I've never been such an asshole with the Court Augur thing before. I mean, so let's consider this. This guy is the governor of a town of animancers that, you know, my empire isn't super happy with, but at the same time, it wouldn't, like, he had, okay, you know, we need Fior Messiverno. They make a lot of stuff. The animancers are important people, but at the same time, this guy is the source of all the problems, so maybe I will put him in his place. I think I'm going to keep it civil for now. I'm an Adiran envoy. Is that official enough for you?
Very well. I hope you remember that behind these walls, your influence has limits.
I'm sure he didn't come all this way just to challenge your authority. As
Actually,
you can
I'm
see,
doing exactly that.
I was just proving a point to our esteemed governor.
A cart full of spoiled vegetables. You call that a point?
Ha! Emerald Stair used to be a lush garden for miles around, and now I don't even recognize it. First came the invasive species, roots and mycelium growing overnight, as though nature itself had gone mad. The Dream Scourge has twisted our lands, our wildlife, and now, our farms.
So she's right, obviously. I've seen it firsthand. That's why I'm here. Perhaps an animancer can help me stop it.
Then there's no time to waste arguing with bureaucrats.
I like her already.
Every time it cuts over to
I
Kai,
believe
there's
that
a
we can
woman in the
restore
background
the
whose
land,
hair spawns
bring
in.
back its soul
Just
and
goes
its
boing.
sanity. Cut off the Dream Scourge at
Watch,
the
I hope they
root.
show Kai again.
Our governor would rather ignore the problem. He doesn't trust animancy as his father did.
Ah. But you do. I mean, obviously, you're an animancer. What would it take for you to fix this? Difficult to ignore dying farms once you start starving. Maybe he's just being cautious. Anyway, what'd you do? What would it take you? We're like just going right over this guy's head.
Before we can deal with the Dream Scourge, we first need to understand it. Unfortunately, new experiments have to go through him.
Once again, bureaucracy stands in the way of getting things done.
I'm just trying to stop Giatta from hurting herself. Animancy is dangerous when you're shooting in the dark.
What's the worst that could happen? She's the one taking all the risks here. I think she knows what she's doing. I don't know about that. Let me take her off your hands. I'll make sure nothing goes wrong. Huh. What's the worst that could happen? Let me take her off your hands.
I see you're unfamiliar with animancy. You don't appreciate just how dangerous that could be. Are you going to tell him about your family's basement? Or should I?
Oh.
Dare you use that against me?
I know it was an accident, But look what it cost you. We can't let it happen again.
While we argue among ourselves, the Dream Scourge is tearing the living lands apart. Tearing our people apart.
If we work together, I wouldn't stand between you and your ambitions. Maybe we can solve the Dream Scourge rationally, let cooler heads prevail. I share the governor's doubts, but you're right, we can't afford to delay. What was that about your family's basement? I have been to her house, right? Did I? I don't think. Oh, the key to the basement. Yeah, it was locked. Only she has the key. If we work together, I wouldn't stand between you and your ambitions. Maybe we can solve the Dream Scourge rationally, let cooler heads prevail. I share the governor's doubts. You know, he's saying animancy's dangerous, and that, like, you know, yes, it's part of fixing it, but also the animancers don't seem like they have any clue what they're doing. Like, they're just trying things and stuff works, and they're like, oh my god, that worked, let's do that again. They don't really seem to understand why things are working or not working. Yeah, let's go with this one.
If I don't have your trust, I am determined to earn it. Well, Governor,
Good.
looks
First,
like I'm
let me in your
taking some
basement.
time away from my duties. I'll trouble you no more.
Your request is denied, Giatta.
I wasn't asking.
Your responsibilities are to the settlement. Turning away from them sets a precedent that I cannot allow.
Everything I have proposed has been for Fior, and you still refuse to cooperate. Under the circumstances, I don't
What
have
is she
much
gonna
of a
do?
choice.
Then neither do I. Giatta
Whoa.
Castel, from this day forth, you are banished from Fior Messiverno.
Banished?
There's that hair
What?
popping in.
Ignacy, we can't lose our brightest animancer in the middle of a crisis.
Your pupil has gone too far, Quilici. Take her and leave. You're still a guest in my town, but to us, Giatta is an outcast.
Wow. Giatta, are you okay?
It's a bit too soon to tell.
Governor, this is unacceptable. Your father would have kept this community together at any cost.
Don't bother, old man. He isn't his father. I've done all I can for Fior
Wow.
Messiverno. But you haven't even tried. Now limp back to your giant house like a good dog. We should talk somewhere
Wow.
private. Meet me at my house due west by the workshop.
She told him. Holy crap. The governor's just like, okay. I mean, he did
mouthful
banish
to
her.
feed. Maybe we'll need to let Kai hunt more after all.
Yeah, so is she gonna join my party? Yeah, both of them have something to say now. You can see in the bottom left corner there. Missing person, Maxim Vidaro? I'm offering a substantial reward to anyone who can locate the remains of Maxim Vidaro. Is that his father? He vanished in the wilderness of Emerald Stair 10 years ago. His journal's also missing. I will accept it as proof of the discovery. Maxim was our founder, my father, and a devout Skay Knight. He would not have left us without good reason, so I have every reason to believe he hasn't gone far. 10 years ago, his father just disappeared? Whoa, that's a wrinkle I hadn't anticipated. Vidaro family mansion. Yeah, holy crap, that's a big house. Let's take a look around here. Unlock with 3, sorry, or bedroom key. So I could pick my way through there. I have 15 lockpicks. But let's take a look around here first and just see if we can't spot anything. Yep. You don't understand what it's like feeding a party of 3. These Kai eats like a horse, Governor. So you'll forgive my... Oh, that's a butler?
By
Okay.
tradition, the governor's manor is open to the public.
Okay. He just stands there, I guess. Ooh, something in there. This leads outside, it looks like. Yeah, to a balcony of some sort. Okay. There's the governor. Okay, I'm gonna go in there last. Was this his father's bedroom? Oh, bedroom key. Hell yeah. Valian breastplate. Very nice. Medium armor. Not sure if I'm gonna wear medium armor here. Probably not. Ignacy Vidaro's journal. I've sworn to the people on my family's honor that there is no dream scourge in Emerald Stair. If it exists, it cannot touch our lands. When I'm alone at night, I must remind myself of that promise again and again. Even if I must scream it to these empty halls. So why do I feel threads pulling away the fabric from the fabric of my community while I strain to hold them together? The old man and his protege, or else my imagination. But probably them. Mother's condition isn't helping my cause, neither does wine. I've sworn to the people. This is Ignacy Vidaro? That's the father. So is that why he went off on his own into the wilderness to try and figure out what's going on with the Dream Scourge? I'm a loot gremlin. Let's put the Enchanted Swollenet. Extra loot. 42 instead of 35. Very nice. Okay. Interesting. Oh, they have these crazy lights in here. In here, okay. You guys stay there. Guy's in there still. Okay, let's go back to the Resolve one. Final Journal of Jonas. My son, tomorrow I become the effigy. Tomorrow I become Skane's embodiment on Neora. Tomorrow my master chokes on his own whip. For months we met by secret conclave to plot our landlord's demise, all the while working the fields as if our hearts were content. Skane teaches us to plot with the mind while keeping one's face impassive, inscrutable. Fair fights are for those with armies. The quiet slave is our whetstone, our focus. In his worship our cause finds focus, clarity, and possibility. Tomorrow my master chokes on his own whip. So, Skane is the god they worship. He's the god of tricksters and subterfuge and whatever, right? By the time you read this, I'll be dead. I pray Skane does not abandon me for speaking of my plotting, but a son deserves to know how his father died. For I have volunteered to be the effigy. Skane will inhabit my body using this old farmer's simple flesh as a puppet of godly rage. I've been shaved and anointed. Tomorrow morning I will be your father in name only, as my manhood will be removed, my nose and ears removed, and my useless mortal eyes will be replaced with flintstones, through which Skane might see the world. Wow. My son, I'm sorry for the lies I've told you these past few seasons, but Skane demands secrecy. Even your mother knows nothing of my furtive service to the quiet slave. Curse my name if you must, but never weep for me, for I die for the betterment of our community, to smite our lord's corruption from the face of Eora. Tomorrow my master chokes on his own whip, for tomorrow I become the effigy. Wow. It's crazy how gods can possess people in this world and turn them into avatars of their rage, etc. Animancy in the modern age. The science both respected and reviled, sometimes by the same person. For all the research done on the topic, we still know so little. Control over life itself. Something animancers have been working toward for hundreds of years. There are no real records of how the practice of animancy was first discovered, but once the spark of knowledge ignited, there was no stopping its inevitable discoveries. In 2,260 AI, animancers, as a result of their extensive research, successfully contained and transferred a soul. The subject of the experiment, whose name is unknown, was young and wealthy, but infirm. The idea was to move his soul from the dying body and into that of a recently deceased man who had suffered an accident. The new body, bearing only slight decay, would house the soul, giving the man a much better life. The outcome of this experiment resulted in the condemnation and outlaw of animancy in the Adiran Empire. Again, while we have no true records of what happened, as they were all destroyed after animancy was outlawed, a journal was discovered, a makeshift confession by one of the participants. Excerpts from that journal follow. 2260. It's done and the gods forgive us for our arrogance. I'm not sure what I was expecting. Certainly not that. But what did any of us expect? So what did they create by putting the soul of this one guy into a dead body? Still, behind the revulsion, there's a sense of pride, something I can't deny. All the research, the studying, everything we worked for. We thought we'd change the world. How it's changed. All was in place, the twisted form lying on the table next to its new vessel. The equipment had been prepared, the tinctures and potions all carefully crafted. Every detail painstakingly organized to ensure success. We most assuredly succeeded. The procedure went exactly as it should. The soul, extracted from the old body, held, bound in place to prevent it from moving on. Then the next step, transferred to the fresh vessel. It was beautiful and terrifying. I listened as they spoke the words of binding. I watched the soul move, not the soul itself, of course, but the vapor we used to detect it as it lowered into the vessel. A gentle luminescence covered the body, and then nothing. Silence. Darkness. I held my breath, afraid that even the slightest disturbance would destroy all our hard work. Then motion. Then dear gods. Then blood. How did I survive? I do not know. The vessel rose from the slab and the room breathed. Every person crowded around the tables exhaled. Some cheered. We had made life from death. We had become eternal. The body closed its eyes and tilted its head, looking for all purposes to be listening for something. Or to it. It closed its eyes and tilted its head as if it was listening to a voice. Then its eyes popped open and it moved. Its lip peeled back from its teeth in a horrible expression of fury. It fell on the nearest man, tearing his throat, knocking him to the ground. Then the room erupted into screams, shouts, and a flurry of bodies running, pushing, doing everything in their power to get away from the creature sitting on their colleague. But right before that happened, in the split second before the chaos, when there was nothing in the air but a stunned, terrified silence, I heard it. Sitting there on his chest, face at his neck, and it was feasting. What? Wow. Okay. Crazy. So when they resurrected the first dude, or not resurrected, but they transferred the soul of one person into another body, some unknown force possessed it and made it go crazy? That's crazy. That's wild. I don't know what's going on, okay? Skainate scripture. Burn. Feel the hatreds, yeah. Man, Skain is not a great god to be worshipping. Yeah. Estel's copy of the Midwife's Memoirs. The title page is inscribed to my beloved Estel in celebration of your quickening. I know how our Queen of Birds comforts you. Hylia's wings bear you both on safe winds in the months to come with love, your Maxim. My mother lived every note of life's song. This is a Midwife's Memoirs. Bringing me into this world was her last verse. For this my father scorned me and abandoned me, and for this very same fact my town's midwife and adherent of Hylia raised me as her own. When I came of age, I learned that Hylia visits us on the screams of women in childbirth. And when a woman dies giving life to her child, her soul is carried away and reborn as an avian attendant of Hylia's court. Through the miracle of the Queen of Birds, my mother's been with me, watching over me my whole life. I wear the fetish charms of the cloud singer, the bird I dreamt my mother became. My feathery trinkets look gaudy and unbecoming, but it is a signal fire to women in need that I'm a trained midwife. Blessed by Hylia and living every note of life's song, the Queen of Birds wills us to shepherd new life into the world, and not, as the other gods so often desire, to end it. A follower of Magran once mocked my faith, saying I worshipped paintbrushes and birds, piddling things beneath the gods. I do not resent the other gods and the brutal necessities that they must oversee, but it is not language. Is not language, love, the arts, and creativity that which separates us from simple beasts? Hylia allows us to rise above our savage, feral selves. I'm often amused that upon seeing our holy aviaries, visitors frequently ask, "This is nice, but where is the real temple of Hylia?" Perhaps they think hallowed ground requires oppressive stoneworks and ceilings that hide the sky. They do not realize the Bird Queen stands not on ceremony. She makes herself manifest in the music of birds and in the beauty of the ubiquitous open sky. Hylia prefers the worship of two children singing over 1,000 petitioners silently praying for victory. Sky Mother asks so little of us, and yet so much. We are charged to live every note of life's song. It surprises me how many fail to embrace this divine calling. That's beautiful. Hylia, yeah. Hylia's a good god. The Iroquoian calendar, named after the inventor who studied the motion of the stars. Iroquio's calendar replaced its less practical predecessors in 2680 AI. The Adirian calendar was steeped in the tradition of its post-tribal kingdom and included spelling mistake there, days of reverence devoted to, yeah. According to his observation, it takes 334 days, 27 hours each day to orbit the sun. Days are a little longer here than on Earth. The year is a little shorter. 16 months, 20 days each, equally by their seasons. So 16 months. Whether or not it coincided with the Adirian calendar, farms and smaller communities traditionally reserve 3 days for prayer and preparation in between each season. He factored those into his calendar, as well as those reserved for celebrating the beginning and midpoint of the year. New Year. Okay. Deep winter is Foniverno. Late winter, Terraverno. Spring dawn in Prima. Early spring, Prepima, Maj Prima. So Primas are all spring. Iverno is all winter. And then summer is Prestu, Majestu, Inestu. Honestu, Terrestu. Okay. Inaton is fall. Rioton, Magiton, Phonaton, Taroton. Okay. And then Inverno again. Iverno. Okay. Iverno, Mauton, interesting. Honestu is summer. Prestu. Estu is summer. Prima. Verno, yeah. Okay. Interesting. I can always go, look at that. Giatta's agricultural report. Governor, my research points to one inevitable conclusion: the harvest will fail. Before you ignore me again, read on. Listen, my father spoke of a river of souls flowing through the island. Souls feed our crops and power our machines. We agree on that much. What do you think happens when the river gets polluted? If you don't believe me, look at your own farms. The soil is hollow. It might even have the dream scourge. The time has come to break the bones of the living lands and set them in a more agreeable fashion. It may be Fiormes Inverno's only hope. We should discuss this in person. I'm confident you'll see reason. Anonymous letter. Governor Vidaro. All this talk of the dream scourge infecting the land has grown too loud to ignore. If it was just Quilici, we could see our way past it. Call him senile and the discussion's over, yes? But now Giatta's speaking for him, and you'd be hard-pressed to find an animancer who doesn't trust Giatta Castel. Put it plainly, we demand results of one kind or another. Let the old man do his research or find some way to discredit him. If you're lucky, he'll discredit himself. What are you afraid of, Ignacy? We wonder. Either way, this has to end. It's tearing us apart. Your father would have put a stop to it by now. With patience, we're friends in town. Who is that? So somebody else is having an influence on the governor here, I think. Okay. Let's have a chat.
I'm sorry you had to witness that spectacle. Giatta is a spirited animancer, but she can be intolerable at times. Whatever you may think of us, I welcome you to Fiormes Iverno.
You really don't believe this crisis is as bad as it looks? Why don't you listen to Giatta or Quilici?
Quilici wants us panicking over what he can't even prove. If there's a threat to Emerald Stair, it's that old man and his fear-mongering. Don't waste your time on him.
But can't this guy look around and see that this isn't fear-mongering? I'm so confused here. This guy's either totally out to lunch or... You mind if I work with Giatta? Why are you so afraid of him? You mind if I work with her?
Be my guest. Take her away from here. As far as I'm concerned, she's your responsibility.
This Nimdude wouldn't see a Balrog coming if it did a little dance right in front of him.
Yeah.
If there's nothing more, I have a city to run.
Did you know Elder Rosanna has been leaving food out for the deceased? Wow, should I rat her out?
The short answer is yes, I'm aware.
Wow.
And I've tolerated it, up to a point. We are a community of animancers. Among other things, we have a healthy respect of the dead. I have no wish to anger the departed, but then again, my first responsibility is to the living.
Give him Rosanna's offerings. Your people need these more than the dead. Wow, okay. You're more open-minded than I expected. You don't think what she's doing is a problem?
Does what I think matter to you, Envoy?
Your people need help, the dead don't.
Perhaps you're right. I'll have a word with Rosanna. She's not in
Good.
trouble, but clearly we need to discuss our priorities.
Okay.
Thanks for your concern.
Farewell for now?
Envoy?
Wow, that's it. I can't talk to him about anything else. Okay. Get out of here, guys. Am I gonna take damage? Ooh, no. I think I can... Maybe it's outside? Looks like there's a herb there. Ah, that one. Okay, so we can go over to Giatta's house and chat with her. She's over there. Did I go in here, Poria and Velino? I don't know if I actually did. I might actually check that out as well here. Oh, what's this? Party note? The note is hastily scrawled but radiates with love. LM, I hope this note finds you well. What an occasion despite the lackluster fruit. You always were the life of the party despite your claims otherwise. I look forward to more antics soon until we meet again. FB. LM and FB? This. Weird. Can't talk to you. Just when I think I've explored everything. Oh, okay. Maybe I have been in here. Yeah, these two guys. Okay. There's Giatta's house. Yeah, I guess let's go to her house.
Think you're healthy? Think again. Clean yourself out with a healing crystal.
Scumbags. Grifters everywhere. Hawking cryptocurrency. Okay. This is Giatta's house.
That did not go as I had planned.
Oh, there's a chest.
What did you think would happen when you confronted him so?
I didn't come in here before?
My first idea was to mess up his house. Maybe break a window or two.
Jesus, that's not the answer, lady.
Perhaps I should thank you for showing restraint.
Giatta.
I'm sorry you had to see that. What an asshole.
Giatta, some manners, if you please.
I thought she was being polite.
We're on the verge of extinction, but our governor is too busy protecting his fragile ego.
Yeah, he must have his reasons. He's focusing on the wrong problems, that's for certain.
I can think of one. He's an entitled little worm who can't stand to be proven wrong.
Yeah, he's got some other thing going on.
You did challenge his authority.
I know, but... curses. Without Fior Messiverno, I'm hardly even an animancer. My tools, the workshop, all gone.
You stuck to your principles, that's what matters. Can we still fight the Dream Scourge? I'm sorry about your exile.
So am I. At least now I'm free to study whatever I want. On my terms. The Dream Scourge has been a thorn in my side for too long.
How so?
I have plans for this island, and they don't involve the Dream Scourge.
Plans?
But that's a story for another day.
Your parents would be proud to see such tenacity.
Anyway, listen to us babble.
She changes the
Let's talk
subject.
about you.
I gotta find out about the parents and the
I never
accident in the
expected to see an
basement.
Adiran envoy here. You've got a lot of guts showing your face in a town full of animancers.
It wouldn't be the first time I sacrificed my ethics in exchange for an ally. Jeez. Well, I'm looking forward to working with you. Not everyone in Adir hates animancy.
We will set aside our differences for the greater good, won't we, Giatta?
Our first order of business is the Dream Scourge, but I'm also curious about you. There aren't many godlike left these days.
It's true. Think there might be a connection?
Wouldn't that be a coincidence? I only bring it up because animancy might offer us some insight into your nature. Keep an open mind. While I pack up my belongings, you can help me by...
Helping you pack? You alright?
I just realized this is the end. I have to leave your Messiverno. Forever.
Take all the time you need to think it over. Nothing ends. Think of it as a new beginning with new friends. For God's sakes, Quilici, say something encouraging to your pupil. Nothing ends. It's a new beginning.
Some people don't find out who they really are until they leave home.
You'll be all right. My advice, find a good tavern and learn how to prepare a squirrel over an open flame.
There you go.
Maybe if I focus on what I have gained, I can learn to accept everything I've lost. When it comes to the Dream Scourge, we haven't been allowed to acknowledge the problem, much less act on a solution. Today, that changes. I need help from the animancers around town, but as you can see, I'm an outcast.
Yes, you are. Maybe I'll have better luck. Will your colleagues even talk to me after what happened to you?
Don't worry. Ignacy can't banish us all. Monto Pastor is in the workshop due west. He's got an invention that can help us. Elia Rossell is an authority on the undead.
Yeah, she's the one with the farm
Her
outside.
methods are controversial, but useful. She lives in a cottage southeast of town.
The Revenant farm.
And then there's Yvette and Remy, our philosophers. You'll find them at the docks, southeast of Fjord.
I've already met all
Each
these
of
people, I
them owes
believe.
me a favor. Drop my name, and they'll tell you what they know about the Dream Scourge.
Sounds like I have my work cut out for me. What do you expect to learn? Such an eclectic bunch of animancers. What do you expect to learn?
I'd rather you find that out for yourself. Whatever it is, I
Okay.
won't be disappointed. We're about to make history. But first, research.
Guessing she's not much of a hunter.
Okay.
Might want to get extra rations next time we go shopping.
Godlike, Imperial Envoy, Research Assistant.
Research assistant. Yeah, that's me. Okay. Put on this. The enchanted. Is that the right one? Enchanted? Yeah, plus 20% currency. And we're gonna take all this. Oh, she's been hoarding. It's just her living here and she's got all this food? Or I guess no, she was living with the other guy, right? Whatever. Quilici? Apology of the Living Lands by Arthur Castell. That's her father? No one can explain why the living lands naturally grows and thrives in an unnatural manner. We've seen plant life consume mountains overnight, creatures tall enough to knock over mighty trees, and beneath it all a potent river of wild essence. Civilization has not found a stable foothold in the living lands. Whenever we try, there's some reprisal, almost as if the island knows how to shrug us off. I love it. Notes on a prototype. This parchment is slightly singed, as if someone held it over a fire and considered burning it. We made a breakthrough. For the first time, the device successfully gathered essence into the Adra core. I credit the interlocking rings, a design our colleague took from ruins across the sea. She believes the rings pull essence out of the surroundings, as wind currents pull dust or pollen, though I'm troubled by what this implies. When we use animancy to mimic a natural process, we get better results. Why? Wow, what kind of thing was she making here? Okay.
I hope you aren't afraid of lightning. Where there's animancy, there's bound to be lightning.
Okay.
Naturally.
Okay, so she's not gonna give me... She's not gonna give me the key to that basement. Oh, wait, speaking of which, didn't I had a key for the governor's mansion. Did I end up using it? I don't know if I did. Let me go back and check. I don't think I did. Yeah, bedroom key. Letter to my son, Ignacy. I write this in a rare moment of clarity. Before he left us, your father was a proud, stubborn, wonderful man. Let me offer you a word of advice on his behalf. Those who rule with power are destined to be overthrown by power. Those who rule with heart are destined to be cherished long after they're gone. I can feel the fog drifting back over my thoughts. Goodbye, Ignacy. Hopefully not for long, your mother Estel. Shimmering wings, gnashing teeth, chew through the dirt. Where are my hands, Ignacy? Where are my hands? My hands, my hands. Jesus. Shimmering wings. Wow. Is that the last thing she wrote? Terrifying.
I've got a powerful feeling we weren't supposed to see this.
Oh my god. Oh my god. She's got the Dream Scourge. What? Flower of Winter by Maxim Vidaro. The Valian Republic swindled me out of the Songreta Ducala, denied me my born right to lead Spiriento's government. I would not take such insults lying down. Scan was behind me all along, whispering into my ear, caressing my shoulder with skinless fingers. So the Valian Republic's kicked out this guy's father, the governor of this place. The Songreta Ducala, the Duchy of Songreta, So he was going to be the next leader. Interesting. Together we... But so then, of course, the god of subterfuge and revenge and trickster or whatever god, you know, whispers in his ear. Together we sowed a revolution. Now you can actually taste the fruited boar. You can only imagine the day Spiriento awoke to discover the empty halls of academia, the pillaged libraries. Where did our brightest minds go? Where are the animancers? They blamed me, yet they had no one to blame but themselves. We journeyed to this frontier in defiance of the Valian republics. We remain because our community is a living revolution, proof that we can thrive without a golden chain about our necks. So his father brought a bunch of animancers here and started a new city. Yeah, and took a bunch of knowledge and stuff with them. And yet here we are. This is probably why his father disappeared 10 years ago.
My hands. My hands. Sharp talons.
Oh my god. Get out of here. So his mother has the dream scourge. Should I talk to him? Is he gonna say something about that? Am I gonna say something about that?
My mother is very sick. I'll thank you not to disturb her.
Is your mother locked up in her bedroom?
I knew I heard someone snooping about. And you have the gall to confront me like a common criminal.
He's right. He's
This
totally right.
conversation is over.
Awkward. Does she have the dream scourge?
That is not a topic for discussion. I'll hear no more of this. You go about your business, and I'll go about mine.
We should let this one go.
Yeah, Kai. No kidding. Okay, wow. Well, I've got to go talk to a bunch of people here now. The people I already talked to, so I know a bit about each of them, but... Go to the first one here. Not this person. That's the exit, right? Do I have to leave? Oh, they want me to leave to go to the... Yeah, right. One of them is outside. That's the one with the farm. Animancy Workshop. Let's go back in there. And that was it? There's only one here. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, let's go to the Animancy Workshop then. Picked up all those bounties. That's her house. That's the workshop? Yeah. Okay, let's go find... Is it this guy? Monto Pastor.
Oh, I heard there was a new arrival, but I didn't expect a godlike. Welcome to our modest workshop.
I like your button chops. Giatta and I are investigating the Dream Scourge. What do you know about the metaphysical anomalies in the living lands? This place is hardly modest. It's incredible.
Well, maybe to you, but I was educated in the great laboratories of Spirento, in the halls of experimentation.
Yeah, this must be
But
a
you didn't
pale
journey
shadow
all
of that.
this way to hear me reminisce about the old country.
What do you know about the metaphysical anomalies in the living
More
lands?
than most, but less than I would like. Unfortunately, I cannot do a lick of research while my equipment is underpowered and overworked.
Okay, that's not good. Giatta said your machine could help her research.
Yes, her theory of the dream scourge, I'm quite familiar. What I need is a stronger power source.
Are you currently using copper or Adra?
Copper allows greater power modulation through shaping, but Adra has the potential to store more essence.
So Adra's better?
I could use a large single block of Adra, but harvesting it is difficult in this environment. Oh, wait. One of our rangers reported that an Adragon recently died
Adragon?
in a western grove.
What is an Adragan? Ancient beings who are spiritually bound to an Adra pillar. They defend their home pillars until death against encroaching civilization, explorers, or anyone they perceive to be a threat. Adragan, guardians of Adra. Never heard of that before. The risk of stating the obvious, we're standing in front of a massive Adra pillar.
Indeed, but that well is almost dry. I need more. An Adragon's heart can hold an
Oh my
immense
God.
amount of essence. The grove is to the west, across the chasm. You can't miss it. The rangers say a Delamgan queen holds court there.
Delamgan queen is
You
there
may
too?
be able to retrieve it without violence, but most Delamgan in these parts are hostile to Kiev. So
Okay.
you can understand why none of us went rushing over there to find it when we heard the Adragon had died.
Right.
Still, Delamgan queens can
Really?
be reasoned
Oh wow,
with,
I didn't think
so
they were intelligent
if you
enough.
want to get the heart peacefully, try not to kill her guards.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
Do be careful. Emerald Stair is not itself these days.
So I've got to get him, help him get a
Adragon's heart is
Adragan heart.
itself.
Yeah. We've got to go get an Adragan heart here.
Come back when you have the heart.
Okay. And then I guess we're leaving here. And we'll go find the people outside. There's the one with the farm, and then there's one more. Oh, down by the docks, he said, right? Let's see here. Fiormes Inverno. Yeah, Elder Offerings. Oh, that's the gravesite one. Here are the docks. These guys. Let's jump down there first. I guess I should have just fast traveled from in town. That was dumb. 2 loading screens for nothing. I'll grab that. Okay. Where are these guys? They should be down here. Right here. Yeah, they were arguing.
Did you hear that
Hey, guys.
Giatta was sent into exile?
Crazy, right? I was there. I totally saw it.
Maybe
Excuse
a
me.
test subject?
Both of those are covered by me.
Anything to work with the great Giatta Castel.
Well, she's already spoken for. Sorry about that. Yvette, what's up?
Remy, look what I found. A
Look what I
genuine
found.
godlike.
Do you think they can hear us?
Let's find out. Hello, me, Yvette. You friend?
Blink at them with incomprehension. You do realize that I understand you perfectly.
Remy, take a note. Fluent speech and upright posture show marks of
endangered
sophistication
godlike.
in
Oh
the
my God.
endangered godlike. We heard that Giatta partnered up with an outsider, but I had no idea you were a godlike.
Word travels fast, doesn't it?
Fascinating.
Giatta wants me to learn about the Dream Scourge. Why are you talking at me like I'm some kind of specimen in a jar?
It's just that we've never met a godlike before. This is a big day for us.
Giatta must have sent you to be our test subject. She knows how we adore your kind.
Oh, what?
Satisfy our curiosity and we'll give you everything Giatta needs to finish her research.
Giatta!
Deal?
She knew it. She knew these people were going to be weird. Satisfy our curiosity. Depends what you want from me. Everything? Why haven't you told her this already? What do you want from me?
We want to know about the godlike, of course. You're the first one we've encountered in the wild.
Let's begin the examination. If you could choose, who or what would you be in your next life?
My God.
Next time you go round the wheel, you might not get so lucky.
I'd like to come back as a godlike. I wouldn't mind blending into a crowd for a change. I don't know. I guess I'd like to be some kind of mushroom. Lucky? You think I'm lucky? This is what you wanted to know?
Forget what I think. Let's keep the focus on you.
Let's not. Next question. Wouldn't mind blending into a crowd for a change.
Tired of being remarkable? Interesting.
My turn. Some would call you blessed. Others would call you cursed. The fact remains, you were touched by the gods. Wouldn't you say that you owe something to the rest of us?
Owe you? Wow. And even with my resolve buff, I don't have 5 resolve. Owe you? Are you kidding? I wasn't born to be your savior. Excuse me?
Weren't you?
Oh, I thought of another.
Jeez.
We all know that godlike can't reproduce.
We
How
can't?
do you plan on leaving a legacy after
Oh.
you're gone?
Hopefully people remember me in the ways I've touched their lives. There are many ways to leave a legacy, and mine are none of your business. These are the worst questions I've ever heard. Godlike can't reproduce? That explains a few things. I didn't realize that. That's true.
Very optimistic, aren't we?
Gonna go with the
I
first
think
one.
that covers everything. Thank you for that brilliant insight, Godlike. You're a credit to your dwindling kind.
So, Giatta wants to know all about the Dream Scourge, yes? Such has been her research of late.
Okay.
Do you want the good news or the bad news?
Just some good news, please, for the love of gods. She's gonna tell me about the Dream Scourge. Yeah. Stop practicing animancy forever. Give me the bad news.
There's no cure for the Dream Scourge, much in the way that there's no cure for an avalanche.
Shit.
Giatta will be interested to learn that the Dream Scourge cannot just be studied in a lab. Its nature is wild, so it has to be studied in the wild. Our machines and experiments would meddle with it too much.
Oh.
And like anything affecting the soul, it must be connected to essence. Thus, if she wishes to discover more about the Dream Scourge, a Pillar of Adra would be a good place to start.
Okay, wait, slow down. What does Adra have to do with the Dream Scourge? I assume that not just any pillar will do, because nothing is ever that simple. One more question. What do I do about the entity tethered to my soul? Oh my god. I don't want to tell them about that. What does Adra have to do with the Dream Scourge? I mean, that's kind of... We already know it's tied to essence, right? I assume not just any pillar will do.
Trust in animancy to always find the most complicated way around a problem.
It would have to be a very ancient pillar. Giatta would know the details.
What do I do about the entity tethered to my soul?
An entity, you say? If this entity is your patron, that's all perfectly natural. But if it's something else, with enough essence and a capable animancer, perhaps you could trace this tether back to its source.
Right, and with a little fresh sake, you can follow an ogre back to its lair. Still wouldn't recommend it.
Just be careful that your tether doesn't snap back and kill you in the process.
Now that we've researched the mind of a godlike, the next step is anatomy. But we've taken enough of your time. Farewell.
Good. I thought they were going to ask me
change their minds.
more intimate questions there.
Dozed off there for a bit. Were any of those words the ones we needed?
Maria says no chill. No patience for these people. There's Elia, so I can consult with her. And then we've got a whole bunch of other quests here. Oh, I could talk to the grain merchant about the lady. She wanted me to go put these on grave sites. There's one grave site. Oh my god, that was far. I wonder what happens if I go to the grave sites. I kind of want to do the gravesite thing first. But let's go to Elia's farm. It's so close here. It's just down the road. And then we'll do the rest of this stuff. So Elia's the animancer who has the Revenant farm here. So yeah, I guess when they first tried to reanimate people or put a soul into a zombie, the zombies were extremely aggressive. But now they are docile and they work. Oh, the collar. I see the collar with a little purple thing in it. I bet you if that collar comes off, it goes wild. And they've all got bells around their necks. Okay, lots to say here. Oh my god, you know what? If I wasn't wearing the resolve thing. If I was, I would have passed that resolve check earlier. That's so frustrating.
Envoy, a pleasure as always.
Giatta wants your opinion on the Dream Scourge.
Giatta Castel wants my professional opinion. What an honor. I have a few theories, but no firm conclusions. I have to ask, is it true? Did Vidaro kick her out of town?
Did. Gossip travels fast in these parts. Banished was the word he used, probably to make it sound official.
That's our governor for you. Self-righteous even in his own ignorance.
Something's going on with him, but yeah.
I'll tell you what I know about the Dream Scourge. But first, I need some help around the farm.
Of course you do.
I'm up to my ears in chores around here, and the Revenants can only do so much. They can't do complicated tasks, you see.
Of course not.
Anyway, I'm afraid the time has come to put down poor Silvo.
Silvo isn't a cow or goat. You want me to... I'm sorry, that's so terrible. Silvo isn't a cow or goat, isn't he?
Silvo is one of my Revenants. My oldest, my favorite,
Pride of
and
my
the pride
flock.
of my flock. Someone needs to put the poor fellow out to pasture. And I just
Why?
don't have the heart to do it myself.
Well, it's already dead. That's the hard part done right there.
When a Revenant goes bad, there's only one option. Final death. And poor Silvo's time
When a
has
Revenant
gone.
goes bad. I'll take care of Silvo and I'll make it quick. Any connection to what happened to Beatrice?
Silvo is on a strict diet, but I suppose he could have gotten into the crops when my back was turned.
Really?
You never know with these rascals.
Jesus. Sounds like you've been through this before.
Whether you're raising cows or corpses, every farmer lives with death.
Where do all these corpses come from anyway?
Outsiders and travelers down on their luck. You'd be surprised how many people want to sell their bodies to animancy.
Say what you will about mercenary and military life. At least your obligations end at death.
Anyone else see a downside to giving monetary value to corpses?
This is a good forever home for the undead.
Yeah.
Better than some crypt, anyway. But sometimes we have bad days.
Would you be interested in buying my future corpse? I'd hate to see what a good day at the corpse farm looks like.
They come to me for breakfast, and I let them wander the fields. Really, it's no different than
What do they
raising goats.
eat?
And that should cover everything.
It's so
You
bizarre.
can find Silvo in the barn. He's blocked the door somehow, but the window should be open. Just be gentle with him. He's a good boy.
Be gentle,
So,
she
who's
says.
Killing the Revenant then. She just couldn't come out and say that?
And
That one's having
this
trouble.
is why I don't take pets.
Okay, dragonflies buzzing around here. This one's having some issues here. You okay? Not able to get down those stairs, huh? She said, what, he was in here? She said the window should be open. Like I can't get back there. What does this say? Beatrice the Hungry. From one death did she awake to die again from stomachache. I pray that we shall meet again, my beloved corpse companion friend. God, Elia has this bizarre attachment to these corpses. Oh yeah, that's the one we have to kill. So I can freeze these bars probably. Switch to a frost grenade here. At least I think I can. No, that did not work. What? She said the window would be open. She's like, you can't get through the door, but the window's open. Can I open it somehow? No. I couldn't shatter it. What? How am I supposed to get in there? What is this? Oh, I go through the back here? Oh. Well, what's this? Okay, let's equip our other enchanted swollenette here. Good. Private little dock. Okay, you can come up the back way, I guess, here. Okay. Sure. down there.
Here we go.
Oh, shooting shit. Hit him. Ah, whoa. Did he hit me twice? Tie him up, dude. Tie him up. There we go. Oh. Nice.
We make a good squad.
Yeah, except I almost died. Okay. He hit me twice really hard there. There nothing else here? Nothing else in here. Okay. Boxes. Oh, he has some loot on him. Vessel flesh. Okay, let's go talk to her.
My farmhands are very affectionate. Feel free to pet them if you like.
They look disgusting. No, I dealt with Silvo.
Poor Silvo. He was a bright young revenant, but a very old man. Thank you for giving him peace.
What a weird thing to say. You promised me some answers. Silvo didn't have a lot of fight left in him.
Well, he was my first successful raising. Flawed and messy, but mine.
So is that what happens when they
The Dream Scourge. I've
decay?
been keeping an eye on the readings.
They turn
from my
violent?
feeds. This plague, as we know it, is a recent development. But I believe whatever causes it is older by far. Maybe even as old as the living lands. The exotic plants and animals, the twisted landscape, the Dream Scourge. They have a common ancestor.
Oh?
There's something about the essence in the living lands that's different from anywhere else I've seen.
Really? The essence here is different? Vet thinks we need an Adropillar to study the Dream Scourge. We need to find the source of the difference if there's any hope of stopping it. You haven't shared? Well, no. Yeah.
But how to find something so well hidden? Can something so metaphysical even be found? Not to get too superstitious, but in these troubled times, the arrival of a godlike is no coincidence. You are meant to be here. Toward what end, only you can say.
Fascinating. I'm sure Giatta will be interested to hear this. A bit skeptical, but thank you for your insight. In other words, you don't know anything. Okay.
Well, I'm happy to give her some good news for a change.
So the essence here is
you
different.
You and Giatta are going to shake things up. As for me, I'll be keeping a close eye on my flock.
Oh, and thank you for the nightmare fuel. I really have been sleeping entirely too well lately.
I'm remembering why people find this place unsettling.
Okay. Rangers went missing. Cartographer in Emerald Stair. The battle scars won. The bounties, treasure maps. Okay. Dawnshore. Okay, I got all those. The Animancy method. Missing Rangers, mapping, Elder Offerings. That's the gravesite one. Food theft. We can go do that. And this. Okay, so let me look at the map here. How far are these places? The lake is all the way up there. The bandits, he said, went to the north? Gravesite on the truffle farm. He said they went up the river north. They went up this way? Food theft. Cielo, one of Fiora's many struggling farmers, tracked the culprits down. Cielo claims he saw the bandits following the river north. Is this on the map? Oh, all the way up there. Holy crap, that is very far north. Okay. Could go turn this lady in, but I don't think I will. Let's jump over here and we'll come south, or I could go here and then around the corner. Let's go over here. And then we'll go north. Gonna have to stop soon here, but interesting. Ooh. Okay, I can get past this. Did I see this little private beach here? Ah, something up there. A Zarin. Okay. Ow. Let's have a snack. Thought I heard a little tinkling there of secret treasure.
Hail, godlike. Come, indulge me.
Whoa. Okay. Oops. Let's have to resolve one again. Hello, my friend.
A trial. My champion and claim your
Wow. Oops. Hold him. Hold him, Marius. Oh, I missed. I'm playing with no cursor here. It's more immersive. Oh, that is not what I wanted. Right, I don't have that other one equipped anymore. Oh, there's archers. What? Where did you guys come from? Oh my god, let's just pull this out. Okay. There we go. Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh. Get him, dude.
and roll.
Nice. Oh, I have no stamina. Oh, that's Marius. What am I doing? Oh, there's more. You gotta be kidding me. Bombard them. Get him, Kai. Oh, he missed. So many. Oh my god. Holy shit. It's crazy. There's so many. Kai, use your invulnerability. Oh god damn it. What am I hitting? Tie him up. Oh my god. Oh. There's so many. Nice. Oh, God. Oh, that's the fighter. Wait, do I just... Oh. Oh. Kai, get this guy, dude. Tie him up. Tie him up. Okay. Ah!
Give me a second.
Ah, he hit me. No way, no. Oh my God, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Hold on. Gotta eat some food here. Oh, he got me before I could heal. But I come back. Once. Only once. Is he getting healed? Is that guy getting healed or something? This son of a bitch. Oh my God. This big guy just wrecked me. Holy shit. This son of a... Ah. I noticed the guy was getting healed. Come on, boys. Get the big guy. Marius, tie him down. Oh, that was big damage. Oh. Alright, kill this guy. Oh, you little bastard. Ooh. Oh, you bastard. That's... Ah, there we go. Oh. Pi went down. Or Marius? Marius went down. Get up, Marius. Get up. Okay. Is that guy a chanter? What the hell is that? Oh my God, there's so many dudes. He's a spellcaster. Oh, there we go. Okay. Holy shit, what a battle. A guy who's ready for more, are you kidding? We almost got wrecked, dude. Holy crap, that was wild. I should have changed my trinket too to the fire damage one. Horse cutter, two-handed melee unique. The horse cutter, huh? Oh. Oh. Wow, look at this. Wow. Don't talk to skeletons in seaside caves, because that can turn into a giant battle out of nowhere. Wow, that was wild. Ooh. Okay. So let's take a look at this weapon we just got. The, horse cutter. Ooh, look at it. What is going on with that weapon? Hold on, I gotta read about this. How this elegantly made greatsword earned such a vicious name is a story that few know. After the Deerwoodians secured their independence from Aedir, many soldiers turned to banditry or mercenary work to earn their keep. This weapon belonged to one such soldier turned outlaw who amassed a sizable following of fellow displaced Aedirans. This gang of brigands eventually found its way to Ixamitil, where horses are numerous. When food became scarce, the outlaws turned to raiding villages and farms for their horses to keep fed. These outlaws supposedly met their end when an unnaturally large and aggressive herd of horses came seemingly out of nowhere and trampled them into the ground before vanishing into the plains as quickly as they had appeared. The horse cutter. Full combo deals high stun, hit steal bonus bleed damage. Very interesting. Way less than the horse cutter, but I get to use my shield. The wind and wave lets me move faster. I'm gonna equip that for now. Wild. Wild stuff. Essence potion, health potion. Okay. There's one more body here. Oh my god, that was actually crazy. That was a wild battle. Let's see if we can eat some food here. Let's eat a bunch of apples. Skeleton King, huh? I've got to freeze my way over here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. I see the path. Interesting. Oh, I have to do, yeah. I have to make the first one myself. Okay, nothing here. Oh, okay. Nice. Oops. Oops. Wow. A Damien. Smuggler's note. I need those herbs. I don't care if they're protected by the Damien. Find a way past those stuck-up trees. I'll pay you 5 times the going rate. No questions asked. Fetch them and you'll live like a king, get caught, and just don't get caught. Well, dude got caught. Besric's Grimoire. The lockpick. I like that. A new Grimoire. Unique. Ability cost plus 5%. It's better than what I have. Ooh, Parasitic Staff. Arcane Veil, Bristling Frost. Ring of Fire. While most wizards prefer to keep their enemies at a distance to safely bombard them with destructive magics, this is not a universal truth. Through the use of conjured weapons and magical protections, some wizards instead wade into the melee to lay waste to their foes. Besric was one such wizard. He may have gone on to do great things to further the art of the battle mage, but his love for the fight was stronger than any desire to push the boundaries of the arcane. When he inevitably met a violent end in combat, he did so with a smile on his lips. So, Ring of Fire, Bristling Frost, a bunch of stuff that surrounds you, protects you. It's cool. I'm not going to use it, but awesome. Can't get out here. There's nothing on the other side, right? No underwater caves or anything here. Okay. Get out of here. Interesting. Okay, explore the little beach area here. And we're right below this grave site. I can't get up here, though. I'm gonna have to go all the way back, I think. Take that. Already harvested that one. Okay, let's continue up the trail here. Gravesite number 1 should be just up here. Oh, that's the, yeah, the rot and fungus and stuff coming in here. Oh, anything over here? Oh, that just shows me the treasure so I can... So that I know that there's something there for when I go down there. That's to lead me... Oh, there's dudes here. That's to lead me to the Skeleton King, I'm guessing. Kai, do your worst. Marius, you can tie that one down. Kai, shield, buddy, shield. And Marius. There we go. Bam. Actually changed my grenades back to normal grenades. Or fire grenades. I have a lot of fire. Okay. Just some fungus that needed to be mopped up. Wild mushroom cap, okay. What happened here? This farm was overrun with aggressive fungi? Anonymous letter. We've warned the governor about the consequences of inaction. The rest is up to him. If it turns out that a change of leadership is necessary, we would be prudent to consider alternatives. The old man is one candidate. His protege is another. That's, Fibonacci, I don't remember his name, and the young lady. Though I do not think she aspires to leadership, that may work well in her favor. Monitor the situation, okay. Boiled rotten food. Okay. Ooh, 3 lockpicks here. Okay. Love it. Taking all that. Okay, I think I'm going to break down some of my stuff here. Like this. Oops, no. Balian breastplate's too nice to, Ooh, that looks good, but I'm gonna wear this. No. Oh, I'm just looking at it. Oh, I can transmogrify, right. That's what I want to do. Break down. And break down. 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 Get a bunch of crafting materials here. Let's have some more vegetables and fruit. Get our essence up. Okay. And keep exploring here. Is there anything in this house? Oh, I hear something. Yep. Okay. Singed journal. Failure after failure. My first experiment blew up the house my father built. My second experiment poisoned our well with sporelings. Now I have to find a way to clean out the well. Maybe they were right and I'm not cut out to be an animancer. Then again, third time's the charm. Can't get any worse. Looks like it did. And killed him instantly. Okay, let's just put this away. I hear something tinkling. Perhaps on the other side of the door? It's not this. Is it? Oh, I thought... Okay, never mind. Weird. Anyway, there still looks like there's power going to this stuff, which is kind of strange. There, maybe that's what I heard. Okay. Ooh. Nothing over here. Stairway going down. Okay. One last house to check out here. And I believe I've seen the whole area. Whoa. Oh, this was the sinkhole where the guy, yeah, I originally rescued that guy. Right, I came through here. Okay, and we fought a bunch of enemies here, that's right. So let's go up to this grave site. I think it's up this way. Yeah, this is where we fought a bunch of enemies. This ravine that where the vines just came right out of the ground here. I hear something in there. Some treasure. There it is. Okay. Resources and treasure. I like that. What? Thought I could go under there. Okay. The body down here? Oh. Nice. Where is this? Oh my god, I went way past it. Locate. Oh my god, it's on the. It's near the buildings. Oh shit. No, I don't want to fight you. Okay, that's Delimgars. I should just have the stupid thing tracked. Elder Offerings. That's this. Yeah. There we go. It should take me there. Yeah, it's this way. Oh.
Quiet as the depths.
Oh, shadows. Okay. God, they see you so quickly. I don't know if I can sneak up behind one of them. Maybe? Oh, I couldn't finish. There we go.
Look to your left.
Guy! Oh shit! Oh, there's a lot of dudes. Oh my god, there's a lot of dudes here. Oh, I can't. Oh, I'm backed against the freaking wall here. Oh no. Okay. Ah. There we go. Holy crap, dude. Yeah, these are tough. Tough enemies.
Another win, but who's counting?
Leave peace offering.
Seems like a waste to me, but it means something to them.
Yeah, it is a total waste. Interact with the memorial stone. To the invaluable loggers of Fior. Yeah. A lot of undead here in Fior, which is... I don't know, is that tied to the animancy? I could climb up back down... Or I can go back down or climb up to that area where I fought those skeletons before. Okay. Jeez, that's a much tougher fight than I thought. The quest is ranked a little bit higher than my level, though, so shouldn't be too surprised. Okay, we're going to save it here and pick it up here where we left off as we continue exploring Fior, Mess Averno, and figuring out why the lands are going crazy. These animancers have something to do with it, so awesome. Hope to see you in the next episode. Peace.